Hey guys,
Welcome back to the channel.
you wondering if we were going to come back, didn't you?
Yeah.
we
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 are
hadn't had nothing going
no.
on.
It's been winter and the garden's been kind of just taking care of itself more or less. And now, however, we're starting to prep for our spring garden. Finishing up the last few things that were from the fall winter garden, and now we're going to start taking care of spring. And Kathy's been doing a lot. I haven't done a ton, but I mean it's she's been doing a lot.
I've been trying to get some seeds to germinate, so I've got that small little greenhouse, but you'll get to see all of that and show you what we're going to do and what we're going to plant. I can just give you a little bit of a heads up on that, just a little bit. Hopefully they'll continue to grow. So anyway, let's get started. So I'm going to show you guys what I have done this year. This is my little tiny greenhouse. I got it off of Amazon for, I think it was like $40. And it's worked perfectly. I had it last year in the house. This time I decided to bring it outside. Of course, it's March and we get a lot of pollen from the pine trees. So it's full of pollen. And so what I've been doing was in the daytime when it would get up, pretty warm because the sun would come in between the houses here, I would go ahead and flip back the cover so it would get some air in there. So I'm hoping I don't have to try to harden it. We'll see. But I have some heating pads that I put in here. This is the brand that I got, and it's got 4 of them in it, but I only used 3. And I tell you, it was like 4 or 5 days after I put some seeds in, they were already starting to germinate. And it looks like almost everything is germinated. But anyway, I got to clean off the pollen on here. You can see it. But we know that's when spring comes, is when we get that pollen. So I'm going to show you guys all the seeds that I planted to germinate, to try to go. We may have to expand the garden. Yeah, we may have to expand the garden. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So these are all my seeds that I have. And I did some things that I probably shouldn't have done. There's a couple of things that probably should have been direct sowed. But I decided to germinate. I went on a germination feed thing one day and decided to plant everything and let them germinate in the greenhouse. Well, they did. Not these two. These are bad. One's supposed to have been a bottle brush and the other one was my banana tree. This here is Texas onions. And they came up. I just poured all the seeds in there. Here, same thing with the turnips. I should have probably direct sowed them, but I didn't. I just sprinkled a little bit around. And here we go. And then I've got a lot of different ones. This one here is echinacea. What I'm doing this year is I'm trying to make an herb garden and have a lot of good herbs for, colds and coughs and, congestion and stuff like that, instead of having to depend on over-the-counter stuff. My Kajari melons, I've got 3 of them here. And then we got some cantaloupe. I've got some milkweed. Got to get that for the butterflies. And, oh, there's a little stevia down in there. I'm trying to grow my own stevia. There's another one. Yay. I put 3 of them in there. And here, that's a Jubilee watermelon. And this one is a Charleston Gray watermelon. And this one is cucumbers. And the brand, that one is White Spine. I don't know, it's something my dad gave me. So I thought I'd try to see if they'll germinate. And of course, now that's a tomato. How did it get in there? that's all. These are turnips. I don't know. Might have just dropped it in there. Here is the yellow watermelon. Hey, I got 2 of them coming up. Awesome. Let's see what we got here. See, my handwriting so bad. Plus, I've been kind of going over stuff that I already have written there. And this is a yellow pepper. I got that free, I think, from Baker Free. And I'm not sure what that one is. Looks like some type of cucumber. And then we got this one. And I don't know what that is. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Oh, this is the Paul Robeson tomato. Yay, all 3 of them came up. Let's see. And I've got the brandywine here, the black brandywine. And this one is squash. I don't think that's, well, I guess it does look like, yeah. And this one is the ground cherries. I see a couple of them down there. I'm not sure if I was supposed to direct sow those or whatnot. Let's see. Oh, that's the butternut squash there. Yay! Glad they came up. And that one is the spaghetti squash, and only one of them have come up. It's bad when you can't read them. And that one is the Noda peppers, you know, the whatever they call them, where they don't have heat. And these are the dark cucumbers. Supposedly they tolerate heat better. We'll see. Because it gets hot here. And that one is Alice tomatoes. And that one, oh, it's black something in there. I can't remember. See what happens when you can't read your writing? Yeah, I can't read that one either. It's a tomato. We'll figure it out when it comes up. So what I need to do is I'm getting ready to go ahead and separate these and put them in their own cup. Just going to use the red solo cups. And before we plant them, you know, let them stay in there a little bit longer. And then we'll be able to plant them. Got to figure out where to plant them to. Over here, this is just something that I'm trying. You see all those little babies down there? Got a whole bunch of them all the way down here. So what I did, let me see if I can find one in the yard. And watch me not be able to find one in the yard. Just because I want one. All right, where did you go? Let's see. Oh, come on. Oh, here we go. All right, so took them off of there, probably about 4 of them, and I put them in the soil. I'm gonna see if I can make some dandelion microgreens with them. Never done it before. Jess from Roots and Refuge kind of gave me that idea. So, yeah, let me see if I can do that. So anyway, that's what we're gonna do with that. So let me go ahead and start getting these things in the cup, and then we'll take you around. Oh, we got squirrels chasing each other in the trees. That's so much fun to watch. Then I'll pick you back up and take you around the garden and show you what little bit we have already and what we have done. Okay, so we're back. It's a few days later. Every day we keep saying we're gonna finish up the video and never have. So now it is. Now it's time to do it. You know, the previous ones I had showed you the germinated seeds. So I went ahead and put those in their own pots. Not all of them, just a few of them. I didn't do the tomatoes because they're still kind of small, but some of the other ones, I'll show it to you. Anyway, another thing that I've been doing is I've never made any coleslaw. I mean, not coleslaw, sauerkraut. I was thinking about doing coleslaw too, but no, that's too much work. So I did 2 different versions of 2 different recipes I saw online. So the first one is this one here, to where you shred it. You put 2 tablespoons of, is it tablespoons or teaspoons? I think it was tablespoons of salt in here, and then you fill it up with water, make sure it's covered, and then you just put it on and you let it sit. This has been sitting now 2 weeks yesterday. I'm tempted to open it and taste it to see if it's okay. My understanding is you can just put it in the pantry. But see, I'm a germaphobe. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I was also told that you can also put it in the refrigerator, which is probably more likely what I'll do. This one here, I did the shredding on it as well. However, what I did was instead of putting water in it, after they shredded, I put a few teaspoons of salt and kind of massage the cabbage, and it made its own water, so I didn't have to do any water. But then I took one of the leaves, one of the big ones, and I mashed it down in there to make sure it stayed in the water. So this has been done, let's see what today's Wednesday. So I did it on Monday. Was it Monday?
It was Monday.
Yeah. So I did that. Yesterday, the regular cabbage leaves, I decided to look up to see if I can put them in the freezer, because I've got so many of them. This here is a purple cabbage, and then this is the green cabbage. So what I had to do is, I washed it off. I had to let it dry and help let it dry. I kind of took a paper towel and kind of wiped it off, and then I got it in there, and they're kind of folded in there. So hopefully I can take them out a little bit at a time. So, but between both of these, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. I've got 8 of them, and then also have 3 heads of cabbage in the refrigerator. Let's see what it's going to do. I've never done this before, and I've never done this before. I'll let you know how it turns out. We'll see. All right, so I put everything back in the greenhouse, and because we've been getting kind of cold at night this week, like the Sunday night, I think it was in the upper 40s, and last night was around 50 or so, yeah. Something like that. Anyway, the heater cut on last night. That's all I know. See, these are the ones that I'm leaving back there. Let them get a little bit bigger. They're looking kind of leggy, so I don't know what they're going to do. Of course, the turnips, again, I probably screwed up on that. Same thing with the onions. I just planted some jalapeno seeds. We'll see. But this is the ones that I separated, is the watermelons and let's see, squash. Yeah, and some butternut squash. But hello, Miss Lucky. What you doing? You going in there? She's silly. But anyway, they're looking really well. But since it's, been cold at night, I've been just keeping them in here with the door closed. Let's see if I can close it. I'll zip it back in a minute. Yeah, it's still got pollen on it. Anyway, let's go out here. We got a lot of good things going on out here. Well, I won't say a lot. At least in my area. I've got some things going on. And yep, I got my cheat sheet. That's what I got. Over here, I planted nothing but romaine in it. I just had to plant some more because nothing was, germinating in it. I have no idea why. So I said, well, I'll try it this time. If not, we'll plant something else in it. Now, what I did here, during the fall and winter, I had bok choy in there, in that one. And I mean, it looked fantastic. So I said, well, I couldn't get nothing to grow in here. I said, let me do the bok choy over here and see what it does. Guess what? Look at there. It's all germinating. Matter of fact, I had to split up some because I got too many seeds in them. And then over here, me and my brain, and that's the way it is nowadays. I started planting some herbs in here. I did lavender in these two areas here, and they're starting to come up. I mean, that one isn't up, but I mean, we got little babies in a few of them. But down here, I don't have anything. And I was supposed to put some herbs in here, and I just, again, that's how my brain works. Here, we got strawberries, and they're blooming. And I'm starting to get little. Probably not going to get them because the squirrels are going to end up with them. And then I planted sage in here, and it's starting to finally come up. So I've never had sage before, so that's a new one for me. And over here in my pockets, or my pots, last year I had holy basil in them, and they're starting to come back up. See a little one down in there. That one's, yeah, I see some right along the edge. And got another one right there. That one's not growing any yet. Neither is that one. Yeah, I see a little one right in there. This one here is mint. And then that's more holy basil. So I've got that going. I haven't been doing anything but watering it. And my oregano is really coming on strong. I mean, it looks so nice. I need to go ahead and try to dry some. But it's looking really well. I'm leaving this whole tube just for the oreganos. You can see it's already starting to scatter around. We got chickadee babies in there. So shh. Trying to see. I hear a mama chickadee somewhere. Oops, I think she's above my head. Over here, this is where I had the holy basil last year, and I see a couple of them are trying to come up. So I'm going to let that fill in because I let it go to seed. Now here's where I need my cheat sheet. So in this one here, I've got chamomile and mullein. So that's chamomile and that's mullein. I've never had mullein, but I'm trying to make my own little apothecary. I can't even say the word. Anyway, I'm going to have a lot of herbs. That's what I'm going to do. I've got chives over here. And then I've got more holy basil starting to come up around the edges because last year they were on this whole tube. And let's see. Over here, I've got dill and let's see. Well, I thought I wrote it down, but I guess I didn't. I don't know what we got, but there it is. I have to figure it out. I have to go through my seeds and see what I got. Of course, I think I probably dumped the whole thing in there. And over here, I've got cilantro and cinnamon basil. So this is the cilantro all around here. And then this is going to be the cinnamon basil. What I'm doing is kind of, splitting in half the tubes and doing herbs on different herbs on different sides. So one thing Greg has found, this is where we had the cherry tomatoes. And while he was watering, he found some little, oh, there's one. There are a few of them. They're starting to come up because we had dropped some of them down. You know, you can talk.
I can. You look like you got it. So.
No, I don't have it. No, I don't have it. There we go.
So we'll have plenty of tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, cherry tomatoes.
Well, I mean, that's what we've been using in this area here. And they've been doing really well over in this area.
Yeah.
So
that's probably the best that they've done because they really didn't get diseased or anything. Didn't get worms.
Don't put that in the universe.
That's the best that they've done. Usually they've been getting eat up by the bugs and getting worms in them.
Yeah. And over here, that's the pink honeysuckle who's coming back. And then that's my lemon balm. And over here, I thought there was some coming up. And it looks like a weed. I guess they're not coming up. Oh, there's one. Maybe? I don't know. That one there is a lemon balm Madarina. It's supposed to be like an orange type of lemon balm. Who knows? Never had that one either. I just planted this one today. So we got the rosemary over on that side. And then this one, I got a free seed packet of sweet basil. So I planted that here so that way I can use it for cooking. The parsley, I've been bringing some inside and drying it out. So, because I know it won't last in the summertime. And then over there, I've got the lemon basil. And it's starting to come back on its own. And then we've got the zinnias. I did drop some blooms in it and some seeds. So they are starting to come up. We're not due for rain for a while. So we're going to have to water.
Yeah, we've been in a drought for some time.
Yeah, and it's getting worse. And then got more zinnias here. And here. The hummingbirds seem to love it. And then what I planted last year that never amounted to anything is starting to come alive. Isn't that pretty? It's a pretty flower. What did we say that one was? I can't even remember because I didn't write them down. Huh?
Sweet William.
Sweet William. So I know in the back it was, I saw it today when I was in Walmart looking at the seeds. It was almost like a stack type flower. Anyway, it's supposed to get pretty tall. So I did a tall one, a medium one, and then these are supposed to be just small ones in the front. I don't know what they are. And I don't know flowers, so it's...
Yeah, not sure how much they expanded from last year, so it's a guessing game.
Yeah. My bottle brush made it through the winter. It's already starting to bloom. Isn't that pretty? It's got a lot of them on there. I mean, just waiting on the hummingbirds. Got my hummingbird feeder out. The other bottle brush over there, it's got a bunch of them on it as well. I've got a bluebird nest in there, but she has yet to go in and lay eggs yet. Not sure what her problem is because it's been, I don't know.
She's had the nest built for at least 3 weeks,
at least,
if not a
more.
month.
Yeah. So we were thinking, well, we're going to have some baby birds by April 1st. I don't think so.
Right. Yeah.
Nope.
Looked like she had it completely built, but then within the last week, she's been bringing some more stuff in. So.
But it's a big nest.
Yeah. It's a tall nest.
Well, over here is where we had the cabbage at. This is where we had the purple cabbage. And then that was the green one. One thing, you see that right there? That's a garlic that never came up, and we had planted it in November of
24.
Was it 24? Was it?
Yeah.
I thought it was 23.
No, I think it was
24. Okay, so November of 24. And it's still in there. I'm hoping in June I'm not picking it yet. I'm going to wait and see what it does. So I'm going to let Greg explain to you what we did on the beds here and over there.
Okay. Well, rather than use my tiller in it this year, we've been doing a little bit of research and listening to other YouTubers, and what they've been doing is leave it kind of fallow, and then rather than do a full till that kills all the worms or anything else that's in the soil, they just kind of use a fork system to kind of aerate the soil. So with our raised bed gardens and the main garden, I went in with a tilling fork and just tilled it up and kind of prepped it. And then we also went and got some compost from a local supplier.
It's organic compost too.
Yeah, it's supposed to be organic compost, but rather than being like the cow manure or mushroom compost, this was made from rotted trees. And that's why you see when you look in the garden, you see a lot of wood chips and things like that. That's what that's from, because it was from rotted trees. But it appears to be good and rich, so it's supposed to have a lot of nitrogen to help with your soil. So hopefully it'll do our soil well.
Yeah, and we did it with the raised bed here and the one across there. So we haven't planted anything over there because it's still in the small greenhouse that we have. So
yeah, I've planted one row of string beans so far, and they haven't come up yet. I just planted them like
yesterday.
Monday.
Or was it Monday?
Yeah, it was Monday.
I don't know. When you're retired, you lose track of days.
Yes, you do.
I've totally lost track of days. And don't even ask me what day of the month it is, because I can't even tell you. So, but over here, I had let go to seed the mustard, and the bees and all really enjoyed it. And then finally it just started dying because, it was dry. Even though we watered it, it still was dry. So I pulled it up, and we put a little bit of that compost down here, getting it ready for some tomatoes.
Yep.
And here, of course, it's already got a little bit of weeds. I can't tell what's weeds and what's flowers coming up, but I took a bunch of different seed packets and just shoo. Why? Because Kathy don't know flowers. I don't. I have nothing. I don't know anything to do with flowers. Roses. I know a little bit about roses.
A little bit.
Because that's what I was raised with. Mom always had roses in her yard. But anything else, I don't know. The blueberries, I think we are going to have to replant at least one, which is this middle one, because as you can see, the first one is already starting to get some leaves on it, and it's got blooms, and this one's got leaves on it. But this one here, I mean, it had some blooms on it, but it's no leaves at all, except right down there at the very bottom. I guess we could try to, cut those away and let those grow up. Either that or just replace it.
I think we just replace it.
So I don't know what else to do.
Reached its maturity, and it doesn't really want to live anymore.
Yeah. But anyway, the reason why you hadn't seen us is because there wasn't a whole lot to show.
Yeah.
But I mean, got a little bit going on, not too much.
Yeah.
So,
but as spring wears on, we'll have more and more to show.
Yeah.
So,
hope so.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah. All right. Well, you guys have a good one, and hopefully it won't take a few months before we get back.